Plants vs. Zombie 2 been out for over a decade. It's crazy how this game is still going on with updates, and this game is pretty good in my opinion. Now other people's opinions will say otherwise, but in this video, by the thumbnail, can you beat PvZ2 with only Instas? Now this is an interesting challenge because Instas are plants that are, do something instantly. Or do something like under a certain condition and instantly go away or whatever. Okay, the first rule is only choose your seeds matter, because if I can't choose my plants, I can't really do much. So level that allow me to pick some plants or all my plants are allowed. 2, what was it again? Dang it, what was it? Oh, pre-placed plants are allowed, because if they're built into the level, they're allowed. I mean, what can I say about that? 3, no leveling, because the gimmick is kind of dumb. And 4, the last and most important rule, no power-ups. Okay, before we start, I just want to say a few things. Thank you for giving me the 300 subscribers. I mean, like, 300 subscribers against one gorilla will go crazy. But let me be serious. 2, I just want to say that these challenges for PvZ2 may be split into parts because PvZ2 is a long game, and my storage can't capture every single footage for the game, so expect it probably to be like going on for like 3 parts or 2 at minimum. And the last thing I just want to say is, well, enjoy the video and check out the other challenges on my channel if you want to. And other than that, let's get this rolling. Okay, I just want to say one more thing. I know I keep saying that, but here's actually something important. I'm gonna have a rainbow meter. At the bottom you can see that, there's like a rainbow meter of colors. White is going to be the easiest difficulty, and then dark red is like levels that are like really difficult. And sometimes even impossible. And yeah, that's basically just to symbolize difficulty for levels, just to make it easier for y'all and for me too. But other than that, let's just get a move on. With day 1. Day 1 was pretty simple because it gave us a free pea shooter. Yay, and 2 walnuts, which is also nice. How generous. Day 1 was basically really easy. Like, you could probably fall asleep during this level. Day 2 was really easy, and that's for multiple reasons. 1, we have a lot of plants on the field before we even touch our seed packets. And the last reason is here.
Because I was actually never real to begin with.
Our lawnmower before day 6 replenish, so day 6 is like when stuff actually gets difficult. Okay, so day 3 has a lot of plant food, and I mean a lot of plant food. The plant food is super useful for multiple reasons, but other than that, I just want to say camel zombies are like my worst enemies. Day 5 introduces 2 new zombies. Now I'll let you decide which one is more dangerous, and we'll see later on in the video which one is more dangerous. But other than that, day 5 was pretty simple. I mean, raw zombie just takes your sun away, and like that's all. But all my plants are so cheap that it really did not matter. And torch zombie. Right now we don't have a counter to him besides potato mine, and you know that potato mine has to be placed far away to be armed. But other than that though, we do unlock a new Insta, and this Insta is pretty cool, I can say. Maybe a pun intended. This level did not count to the challenge. Well, because first of all, it's a conveyor belt. But here's the thing with this level. Your chances of getting a potato mine, the only plant that can kill zombies here, are pretty slim because you're getting junk on the conveyor belt most of the time. And by junk, I mean everything but instas. I mean, literally, you're just getting cabbages and boomerangs over and over. And Ice Blade doesn't do damage, so it's basically useless. Walnut's nice, but Torch Zombie just gets rid of it in seconds. So, yeah, no potato mine equals no win. So this level did not count, like I said, but for funds, I want to see how far I can get, and I could not beat it. Day 7 introduces a gimmick called sandstorms, which zombies go into the sandstorm and get pushed to a random part of like the tiles. Other than that, this level is pretty easy. Day 8 had torch zombies and tomb raisers, which had to have a grand entrance for some reason. But tomb raisers, all they do is just throw bones, and those bones turn to graves. And we have no way of destroying graves right now, so let's just move on to day 9. Day 9 was really easy. The only thing to mention, literally, was just Gravebuster. And I would be happy, but Gravebuster isn't really that useful. Day 10 and day 11 were pretty easy, but Pharaoh Zombie is very similar to Newspaper, in the which that it will just get angry whenever you break the shell. So, other than that, I mean, day 12 is pretty simple, except we one-shot Pharaohs anyways with Potato Mine. Day 13 introduces us molds, which are basically like unplantable tiles, so you can't plant anything on them. Which you may think may suck in this level, but honestly it didn't do anything. The only difference is now that Potato Mine has to be placed a bit earlier, but doesn't really matter though if you have Walnut, so other than that, with the combination of Iper Lettuce, Walnut, and Potato Mine, you can easily beat this level. But you do have to use your lawnmowers at the end because Camel Zombies are annoying. Okay, we will talk about it. Day 15 is interesting as it has 3 sunflowers. And you may think, oh yay, more sun. Well, like I said earlier, these Instas are pretty cheap. So this is just unnecessary difficulty now because I have to prioritize row 1, 3, and 5. And my first attempt, I obviously did not do that. Because somehow I let a basic just slip by. Not sure how, but hey, I guess he made it, so congratulations. But other than that though, this level isn't too bad, it's just out of nowhere, and it does get worse later on. If you know what I'm talking about with another level. Day 17. Okay, so the gimmick in this level is that you can't have more than 14 plants. Which is already dumb enough because first of all, the counter doesn't even work. Like, I have plants on the field, but it still says 14 left, so not sure how that's working out. And 2, Potato Mine, Iper Lettuce just kind of end themselves, so it doesn't really matter because, you know, once they're used, they're going to just bring back the counter up again. If the counter actually worked. Other than that though, with the broken counter, this level is still possible. After that, we unlocked a 4th plant food slot, which may not sound useful, but hey, more plant food is good, right? You could probably guess what the plan was, and well, let's just say I made a minefield with potato mines. And you may think this would not work, and I thought this wouldn't work either because it looks stupid. I mean, just look at this, like, what even is this? But surprisingly, to the PvZ fate and just randomness just somehow worked. Not sure how potato mines even work like this, but okay. Other than that, you just spam plant food if you need to. And the sandstorms are annoying. There's one thing I forgot to say about them is that the sandstorms, whenever the zombies are like moving by the potato mines while they're in the sandstorms, they're pretty fast in the sandstorms. And if the zombies go by, you know, a potato mine while in the sandstorm, the potato mine will blow up and miss the zombie. Which sucks, but other than that, this level is pretty simple and funny. Day 19 was even hard. I just want to rant about the stupid counter. The counter doesn't work again. Now, I don't know, maybe PopCap and them changed it and maybe it doesn't, you know, go down to make it more difficult, I guess. But I don't know, the counter doesn't work, so yay again. But other than that, there are molds, which, like I said before, doesn't really do much besides make our potato mine have to be placed earlier. But other than that, day 19 was pretty simple. I know y'all about to be mad, but this level was really difficult. Like, to the point where I almost just gave up, man. And actually, I did give up.
You need to leave!
Now, I know you're probably thinking, wow, like, we're just gonna end it off like that? No second chance, no second attempt. Nope. This level is just, nope. Just no. Just no. Fine. I did. Okay, when I did this level, it didn't feel right just to end it off like, oh, one attempt and I lose, okay. So, what I did this time was that I prioritized the other 4 rows with the sunflowers and forget the middle row basically. See, what I did the first attempt is that I protected the middle row like there was something there to protect, really, instead of protecting the other rows where there was actually something to protect. So all I did really was just did not care about the middle row. And once I did that, it was slightly easier. Now obviously it wasn't easy, but with good plant food RNG from Potato Mine, you can easily beat this level. Well, if he shoots in the right areas. But other than that, this level was hard, but not the worst thing in the world. Day 22 was actually impossible. I'm not joking, not trying to be funny, it was actually impossible. Now, was I really close? Yes. I made it to like almost the second flag, but by the first flag, I lost all my lawnmowers. I know, crazy. But here's the thing, is that I may come back to this level in the future with, you know, more instas so I can actually beat this level. But for right now, it's impossible.
Yeah, boy.
You guys already know what time it is. I mean, plan your defense? I got nothing to say for this. Just watch the montage of Potato Mine. Oh, World 2, or Pirate Seas, a world that people like, and a world that people don't like. I don't know who doesn't like this world, but hey, I mean, if you're that person, I guess tell me in the comments. But, let me talk about day 1. Day 1 is interesting, because it's not hard, like at all. It's actually really simple. But here's the thing, that Potato Mine can't be placed on the planks to the right, because there's water below them, and, you know, Potato Mine can't dig out of water. So yeah, that kind of hurts him a bit, but it doesn't make Potato Mine useless, it just kind of hurts him a bit. But other than that, day 1 was pretty simple, and we do have swashbucklers where are fine. They're not really threatening for now, but they're fine. That zombie right there is the worst thing to ever exist. Yes, it's even worse than being left on red. Not even playing. This zombie is horrible. Let me talk about him. Seagull Zombie is a zombie that flies, because the seagull is carrying him. And, well, if he's a flying zombie, you're probably thinking, okay, what's so bad about him? Well, he flies over Potato Mine, a ground plant. And Potato Mine can't blow up on him because he's flying in the air. And since Potato Mine is my only attacker so far, because if you've been seeing the whole video, Potato Mine is the only thing I've been using to kill zombies, besides lawnmowers, then we have no way of hitting him, besides lawnmowers. And you're probably thinking, Hyper Lettuce maybe? Maybe you can freeze the bird, maybe you can freeze the zombies. Yeah, I can freeze the zombies. I can't freeze the bird. Don't question how the bird's immune. I don't know, he just is, even with the plant food. So, how did I beat the level? Well, I used Walnut. Walnut is saving me in this challenge so much. The stalling you have to like provide is insane. If you stall enough with Walnut at the very end, and with the flag going off, boom, you can win. Lawnmower kills every bird, and you win. But other than that, day 2 was rough, but trust me, it gets a lot worse later on, so think of this as a warning. Okay, so day 3 overall was pretty simple. All I'm going to say is that please hit that like button if you want to, or subscribe. It's worth it, trust. And yeah, day 3, pretty easy. Same goes for day 4. I mean, it's literally the same zombies, just the plank are in a different position. But other than that, this level is also pretty simple. Day 5 is the first impossible level that I will say. Now, if this level is possible, then I guess go try it for yourself. But this level for right now is definitely impossible. Because holy cow, it's 2 flags and there's seagull zombies. Great. Now you're probably thinking, wait, why do you have Ice Bloom? You know, the plant in my top left? I don't have that plant. Well, I watched an ad, and trust me, it was like the most useless plant ever. Like literally, this plant, all it does is just freeze and then make zombies in ice cubes. Which may sound useful, but it can't make seagull zombies in ice cubes. So it doesn't do anything. So yeah, this level is definitely impossible. I mean, what can I do? It's 2 flags with seagull zombies. Seagulls. If they make it to my lawnmowers, it's GG. But other than that, yeah, this level is impossible. Day 6 and 7 are impossible. I mean, do I have to say much? I mean, just look at the clip. Boom, more zombies because I blew up a barrel. I'm not gonna say anything for that because y'all probably know why it's bad. But other than that, this level is impossible. Day 9 is possible. Yes, you heard me. It's possible. Yay! Finally. Because holy cow, day 8 was also a conveyor belt, so that's why I didn't count. But day 9 was possible because it was just swashbucklers and a few basics and buckets. Which honestly isn't even that bad because swashbucklers are easy to handle. But other than that, day 9 was possible. So, yay! You would think the captain would come alone on the ship, right? Nope, he brought some friends. Not only zombies, but a parrot. And this parrot is really random. I mean like super random. He would just take a plant like he's some sort of Bungie ripoff. But it's annoying because I can't kill it. Because Potato Mine can't blow it up. Which honestly is probably for the better. But other than that, level 13 is really easy. I love these levels, so I'll let you just watch the results of my masterpiece. This level is impossible for multiple reasons. 1. Seagulls, obviously. 2. Barrel rollers, obviously. And captains, because the captains will send the parrots to my walnut, and the walnuts will be taken away, and then we lose the lanes. We didn't even make it to the first flag, so this level is definitely impossible. And we have a new zombie. Great. Imps inside a cannon. Probably the worst thing to ever exist in this game. Besides Wonder Zombie. Okay, well main problem is that we can't reach it because it's across the water, or usually across the water. And Potato Mine obviously can't reach it. But you know that we have a 3-peater in the level for free, which is amazing. But 3-peater, when not leveled, isn't the best. Obviously. And 3-peater cannot solo everything. I love 3-peater, but he's not the GOAT in this level. Sadly. By himself, he's very weak. So yeah, this level is definitely impossible because we also do not let the flowers get touched, or we die. And well, that's what happened. We just died. Now you're probably looking at day 16 thinking, wait, why the difficulty now the easiest difficulty possible? One thing, plant food. And Spring Bean. Spring Bean is given to us in this level because we had to protect it. And I use his plant food. Literally, this level gives you so much plant food to the point where you can just spam Spring Bean's plant food. If you see a zombie, just Spring Bean. If you see a barrel roll, oh, just Spring Bean off the board. Easy. Like, literally, there's so much plant food in this level, you won't run out unless you just spam it over and over. As long as you have like 2 brain cells, you can probably easily just spam it and win. Because Spring Bean in this level solos. I didn't even really need potato mine, besides for swashbucklers. Other than that, this level is really easy. Those are some nice zombies over there. Definitely not annoying at all. So this level has an objective. You need to kill 20 zombies in 30 seconds. Now if I had cherry bomb, this would be 10 times easier. But I have potato mine, a guy who has a long cooldown and can only blow up one tile. Yeah, you can see the problem. I mean, it blows up one tile and has a long cooldown. Also, imp cannons shoot imps everywhere if you do not destroy them. And without 3 Peter placed on the field already, we can't destroy the cannons, so this level is easily impossible. Another gimmick level, but this time it's 2 gimmicks. It's the sun one and don't let the zombie touch the flower. This level is pretty easy since we're just swashbucklers, and you know, just don't let them touch the sunflower, or not sunflower, the flower line. It's pretty simple, honestly. It's also only 1 flag, which makes it even more easy. Overall, 19 was a really simple level, and I mean really simple. Plus, we're almost out of pirate seas. Yay! Cause this world just been inconsistent as heck. Level 20 was the same level, but only difference is that there's no flower line. And we had to make less sun for some reason. Don't know why, but hey, I'm not complaining. This level is really simple. Once again, it's only swashbucklers. If you notice a trend, if a level only has swashbucklers as the only special zombies, the levels tend to be really easy. And if it has anything else, then it's absolutely a nightmare. So yeah, other than that, day 20 was a pretty simple level. Spam potato mine, spam walnut, make sure that no zombie gets to the lawnmower too early, and you should be good. And day 24 is the final level. Now you're probably wondering like, why you skip so many levels? Because every other level after 20 had seagulls, imp cannons, and just, you know, impossible zombies to kill. So what I'm saying is every level before this was impossible. And sadly this level is also impossible. I thought you could just spam spring bean, but there's also seagulls. So nope, this level is really impossible. But other than that, we did unlock a new Insta. I haven't said that in so long, holy cow. And it's Cherry Bomb. And trust me, he's a game changer. The final world I'm going to be doing this video. Wild West. And there's a reason why I stopped here. But let's start with day 1. Day 1 introduces minecarts, which is actually decently useful. Now it's not like the most like game breaking thing like for this challenge, but it's actually mad useful to move around your potato mines or whatever you need to move around. But other than that, day 1 was pretty simple. Now the zombies are in cool cowboy English. They're in cool cowboy costumes, which are cool, I guess, for now. And yeah, other than that, day 1 is pretty simple. Same goes for day 2, because, I mean, there's one other zombie that makes it kinda scary, but the zombie wasn't that threatening. And his name is like Pro something, I don't remember the zombie's name because he's so forgettable. But all he does basically is that he has dynamite on him. If it blows up, he will fly all the way to the back of your lawn. Or basically a digger ripoff. But other than that, this level is pretty fun. And the Gargantuar that I made. Isn't that amazing? Okay, let's be for real. Day 3 is also really easy. Now you already know the deal. New zombie, new like intro for it. So, piano zombie. He's interesting. So basically he can crush plants. He can crush walnuts and other plants, which kinda sucks. But here's the main problem. He makes every other cowboy zombie dance. And you may think, oh well, dancing's fine. Well no, they don't just dance. They literally move to different rows. And here's the problem, is that Potato Mine and Cherry Bomb struggle against that, because if they move away from each other, then Cherry Bomb can't reach everything, and Potato Mine, if they move away from it, they can't blow up on it. But other than that, this day was pretty easy, just don't let them cook. Okay, so day 5. Day 4 was a gimmick level, but day 5 gave us Chili Bean. And Chili Bean is actually useful. I never use them outside of challenges, so This is kind of fun to use them for the first time in a while. And chili bean is interesting. So when a zombie eats it, the zombie that ate it will die because, you know, it farts gas that kills it somehow. Don't question how. And the zombie that are behind it, or if anything's behind it, the zombie that gets hit by the fart will be stunned. Is it useful? Yes. Now, is he better than Potato Mine? No. Well, depends on what you want. If you want, like, someone to stun an entire row, then yes. If you want Potato Mine who can destroy an entire 1x1 tile, then, no, Chili Bean can't do that. But, overall, they both have their both strengths and weaknesses. I know in Pirate Seeds I said watch my masterpiece and it absolutely failed, but trust me, Day 6 was awesome because the team is cooking. Just watch. We are so back. This team is so back right now. Finally, we won these levels. Huh? I did not know he showed up on day 10. Chicken Wrangler is probably the top 5 worst zombies in adventure mode, easily by far. Holy cow, if I thought he was annoying playing the game regularly, oh yeah, this made it impossible. Let me just explain. First of all, he's not by himself. He has like 21 chickens on him. I don't know how, but it's so annoying. And these chickens are stupid fast. And mind you, Potato Mine sucks against fast zombies. Same thing goes for Chili Pepper, because if the zombie's fast, it would just run by the zombie that's about to fart and then boom, miss. And not only that, Chicken Wrangler shows up more than like once. He showed up like 4 times. And it's horrible. There's even a time where there's like 2 of them on screen at once. And you may think, can you just blow them up? Like, wouldn't it just not spawn the chickens? See, that's what I thought. Because if you blow him up, he would turn into ashes. Same goes with the chickens on him. Nope, he would just blow up and the chicken will still run out. Can you just freeze him? Nope. Well, can you place a wall to install him? Nope, he would just spawn chickens. No matter what you did, he would spawn chickens. What about the lawnmower? He would still spawn chickens. He would still somehow spawn chickens while being ran over by a lawnmower. Don't question how? I don't know how. And you're probably thinking, okay, so how do you even get close to beating this level? I didn't. There was just no way. I had to give it multiple attempts. And you're probably thinking, why? Well, first of all, see, the reason why Seagull Zombie was annoying and I wasn't too mad at, because I knew that Potato Mine couldn't reach it. Like, guaranteed. Like, Potato Mine in like no world can reach Seagull Zombie while it's flying. But Chicken Wrangler on the other hand, Chicken Wrangler, you can hit him easily, you can stall him easily. It's just the chickens themselves. The chickens are way too fast and they eat your plants stupid fast because there's like 5 of them on your walnuts or your twin sunflowers and stuff. Like, holy cow. I tried ideas from using walnut in the back and having Potato Mines all behind them. But the problem is that I ran out of walnuts and then boom, Potato Mine didn't work. I tried Cherry Bomb, I tried Ice Burlite, I tried everything. And it just did not work. And it's just so like, oh my gosh, this level. And you may think, oh, maybe just this level because, you know, he's the first time he shows up, so it's gonna use him more. Nope. Nope. Yeah, no, he's horrible in every level. Let's just say Chicken Wrangler is like the top 5 worst zombies in adventure mode. Finally, an easier level. Day 11 introduces a new mission where you have to only use a certain amount of sun in a level. In this level, it only can use 500 sun max. If we use any more, we will lose. So, Was this level hard? No. It was actually pretty simple for what it was. It was just basic and cone heads. And plus, the only difference is that I couldn't spam cherry bomb every chance I got, because it cost 150 and that's a lot for this like mission. But other than that, yeah, just let some lawnmowers like clean up the zombies and you should be good. Day 13 had the new zombie, and it's an imp riding a bull. I know, crazy idea, but he's not that bad honestly. If you play the game like a normal person, he's really not anything special. But if you're playing with only Instas, it gets a bit more interesting. Because what he does basically is the bull will run, and once it starts running, it will throw the imp on his back and throw it like a few tiles ahead. Really not threatening, but it's fine. Nope. Nope. Just not doing it. Nope. Just look to the right. Just look to the right. A whole wall of them. Day 16. A pretty interesting level where we had to protect a walnut. And this level isn't necessarily hard. It just, I forgot to protect the walnut because, you know, there's so many zombies on my left side that I was gonna die. So yeah, I did mess up on that. But other than that, this level is pretty simple for what it is. Day 17 was pretty simple too. It was actually easier because all you had to do is just protect the flowers. Just don't let them touch the flower line and you were good. I mean, the only threat, quote unquote, was the bull zombie, but like, you could just blow him up before he even runs. But other than that, yeah, simple level.
Hello there.
You already know what time it is, let's just roll it. And yeah, you can see why we failed. We weren't even halfway through and lost 2 lawnmowers. Mind you, Chicken Wrangler is annoying. And you're probably thinking, are you going to continue more? Well, no, because every level after is either impossible or has some sort of gimmick that, you know, didn't matter. Or with that one minigame where like you like get 1 point like every turn and you have to fight like zombies like over time. I don't know what that minigame is called, but it's only in the Wild West. But other than that, I'm gonna just end it here. PvZ2 is a good game. Well, it's good when you play it like a normal person. Obviously, that's how it was intended to be played. If you play it like me, or like anyone that does challenges, then the game definitely gets some spark into it. But spark isn't always good spark. But other than that, like and subscribe if you want to. And I'll release part 2 because Frostbite Caves, gosh, that may be something else.